Well, we'd always want to believe that our children are ready, but seeing that the first day of school is coming closer and closer, for some for the very, very first time. Kathy Whittemore is joining us in our studio this morning. Earlier, we touched on how ready is your child. And when you continue with this, because I want to know, over the past 5 years, we see occupational therapy. Sometimes it makes us really nervous. Other times we go, thank goodness there's help out there. What do they teach children when they do go to occupational therapy because they didn't move enough and now they need to go to grade 1?
Well, I find that when the children come to school and we find that they cannot sit at their tables, a lot of children can't push themselves in under a table, they don't have the core muscles, immediately that is our warning sign. If a child can't cross their midline, you'll find that they'll write at a desk and they'll turn themselves and they'll write away from their bodies. Immediately that gives you an idea that the child's not going to be able to read fluently because the eye movement has to go across the midline. So we do then refer children to OT, and what the OT then does is work specifically on creating pathways in the brain to correct that. And we see the children in my class that have gone to OT, within 2-3 weeks, I can already see an improvement. So there is help out there.
I like that you say that, because we don't want to put too much pressure on mummies. Kids need to play, and I mean, we said it here, children need to also play outside.
Absolutely.
What can we do at home? Because now immediately we think, okay, so we need to teach them to count or ABCs. What can we do at home that the occupational therapist doesn't necessarily have to do because we as mothers are playing?
I think a lot of it is don't play for your children and don't do things for them. Teach them how to do a thing. If a child is drawing something, don't go and draw over it and say it should be like this, it should. Encourage a lot of free movement. A lot of children come to school with the incorrect pencil grip because they've been holding a pencil too early in life and things haven't quite gelled within their brain to hold their pencil correctly. So we spend a lot of our grade 1 year trying to readdress that.
And trying to correct.
Yeah.
What else can we do at home? I mean, is it a physical activity? Do you sign up for swimming and take them out for monkey bars and offer them a car for that midline thing? What else?
I think it's very important not to overstimulate your child, but physically do swimming. Swimming is one of the best things. If you can, and a child needs to learn to swim. A lot of the schools do have swimming pools, and immediately you can see if a child has an OT problem in the way they move in the swimming pool. That's a very good telltale sign for us, is that their whole body moves from side to side instead of just gliding through the water. But also allow them to go to the park, to climb up things. I know it's not safe to just play out in the roads anymore, but riding bicycles, scooters. I see parents with children that have got electric scooters. Don't give them an electric scooter. Make them work. Make them develop those muscles.
Now, I've seen these things over the festive season. You put batteries in them and they just go by themselves. So, yeah. Common signs for parents to be concerned. Now, we did touch on this. They need to be able to tie a shoelace when they go to school. What other things can we notice at home about our own children before a teacher tells us?
I think if a child is not interested in learning at all, that is a problem, because we're finding with so many children being stimulated by the television, by devices, we have a hard job to actually keep their interest. And so if the parents can at least make them excited to learn, so that it makes our job easier. We cannot compete with what's on the media. And so we've got to work out more and more ways of making school very exciting. We have, in our school especially, we have included a lot of movement in the class. So we do mathematics with movement. So if you can include movement and running and jumping and climbing and balancing, monkey bars, those kind of things, you are doing the best OT for your child before they come to school.
Well, listen, Kathy, it's been great having you here. Kathy Whittemore in our studio this morning. It's great to have all our educators here preparing us for day 1. Is my child ready? Of course they will be, because we are here to help. This is your Feel Good Breakfast Show. We're heading to the kitchen now, a whole bunch of children there, and it seems like we're packing healthy lunchboxes. Hey, kids!